Hi, I'm Debbie Gerbeck. I help people 50 plus find their next inspiration. So let me ask you a question. Who here has ever suffered a disappointment? Yeah, pretty much everyone. I mean, it's a daily occurrence. It just is something that happens all the time. You expect something and then you're left disappointed. Um, there are also all sorts of types of disappointments. Some are um, big, some are small, some are annoying. It's the big ones that I want to talk about today. So I'm going to give you an overview of disappointments and then give you a few ways on how to manage them. But before I get to that, please go to my website, secondhalftransitions.com. On the homepage, fill out the form, and I'll send you a free download, my pamphlet, How I Found My Inspiration and How You Can Find Yours in 3 Steps. So, expectations, they can go different ways. They can far exceed your expectations, which is fantastic. That's, of course, what you want. Or they just go as expected, which is fine too. But then some just go south, and that's a real disappointment. Some, like I said, some are they cut to the core and they're deep, but some are really annoying. Like you tell your teenager to clean up their crap in the basement, and when you come home, there's like double the amount of crap. That's kind of annoying. But another one is, of course, my favorite, when you're stuck in traffic in town because of um, street closures and constructions. That one just kills me. But those are just annoying ones that you can probably deal with on a day-to-day basis. But sometimes they're much deeper. And you are really, really disappointed, like I said, and it just cuts to the core. That's what I want to go over. Let's say you didn't get the job that you were expecting. You thought you were the one, and it just didn't go your way at all. And of course, you're beating yourself up over it, and your inner critic is shouting at you, you are no good. Who do you think you are? You didn't deserve this to begin with. And you just sink to depths over this. And you just internalize it, thinking that you just were a goof. So what you want to do is, when the dust settles, try shifting your thinking to something a little more logical. Honestly, the decision about the job was never in your hands anyway. It could have been anything, nepotism, or the parameters of the job changed, or the stars weren't aligned, or whatever. It's not you. So that will help to get over the disappointment. That's one of them. Another one is you're really disappointed with your partner's communicating. Well, you're two separate people. You can't control how your partner is communicating, and they can't control the way you're communicating. What you need to do is work together to form a communication bond. When you expect to have everything get your way, that is a guarantee for disappointment. And when it's with somebody you love and are close with, resentments start to form, and you just don't want to go down that path. So those are sort of major disappointments and things to work on. So I asked you, how do you manage disappointments? And that's what I want to go over. I'm going to ask you something a little bit different today. And in fact, I want to do this all the time. You want to write these things down, because what I'm going to ask you, and then your answers, so you can look at them later, and if you see something concrete that really helps to formulate a realistic thought for you. So if you have a pen and paper nearby, or a Word doc, or what have you, then open that up. So I just want to ask you a question. So what we're going to do is think about a time when you had an expectation and you were really disappointed. So write that down, and you, of course, can go over this later and see this as a recording if you miss something. So write down your thoughts. What sort of thoughts around your disappointment did you have? Were they your inner critic that was getting to you? Were they a little more logical? Think about how you were feeling, and then try to shift your thoughts to something else. Like, is there another way you could look at the situation? This way, this will empower you to take a hold of your emotions and turn them into actions. So you're shifting from victim to one of action. And that really, really will help you to get a hold of the emotions that come with the disappointment. And secondly, write down what you learned about this once you did this. What did you learn from your experiences with your shifting? What did you feel? So when you do this, if you write it down, next time you have a similar disappointment, you can take a look at what you wrote down and try to remember it, and hopefully that'll help. So that being said, this is the end, and if you need help in a disappointment or an expectation, please go to my website, secondhalftransitions.com, and fill out the Work With Me page, and I'll get in touch with you. And if you know anybody else who needs some help with their expectations, please give them my information. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.